meditation, among all the things, the general cause of diseases, many diseases, are illnesses, and then how meditation is helping reduce or remove the illnesses we understood. Today we'll understand how it's filling up a body with lots of energy. Meditation is also helping remove a lot of addictions and cravings. We have a whole bunch of neuropeptides get produced in the brain in various reasons. Many of them are considered the feel good factors, feel good chemicals. There is dopamine, there is serotonin, there are several endorphins, and of course, there is this super chemical called melatonin, which is producing in the pineal gland. But there's dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin are produced in this neocortex. These feel good chemicals are making us feel good. Exactly the word, making us feel good. When we are stressful, then, at a broad level, when you're stressful, that there is this whole bunch of chemical cocktail, the chemicals going into the body, and as a result, we move the body into an emergency mode. So all the supply of the blood, most of it has to go into the legs and hands, and so less into other areas because body is deciding that I'm in an emergency mode, protective mode. And so as a result, there's less and less of it going into the brain too. And as a result, there's less and less of it is going into the brain, then there's less and less of whatever that needs to get produced in the brain is becoming less and less. And some of these are these feel-good chemicals. So they also become scarce. So when particularly the dopamine levels come down, then people who already have, they're already stressed, so it is less. So I don't have control on my life. One reason, I have to work no matter what because I'm working for the society all the time. This is how I need to behave because I am that, right? I'm looked at by the society as in my role. I have to do it. I have no option. So I get moved on and then I keep working. I want to take a vacation. Can't take it. Can't take it. Leave. I can't take it. Anytime I have to be available in a role that I'm playing in. And as a result, we take it that way. We do not wish and put a pause to it and then say, this is important for me. The self-expression is not there because we constantly only looking to see in the eyes of the society. So that's how we continue to work, eyes of the environment. And so when there's lack of control, but deep inside you feel the lack of control of life. You don't have any control in your life. So when you do one of the reasons, and to feel lack of control, then we got to get something. And so when we take an addictive substance like an alcohol or drug, so it gives us a little bit of high. What is it doing? It's also produced. Now we are stressful. So definitely the dopamines, because when you're stressed, then naturally those feel good factors are not there. Because when you're stressed, the less blood and so less feel good factors. And as a result, anyway, you're not feeling good. So you got to escape from it. So we take a addictive substance and then so it produces some of it. So feel good. And then stress is not gone. As soon as it goes out, then there is that it becomes pretty dry in there that you don't have that chemical anymore. So it is a cycle where you can keep pushing for something more again. Because you're not feeling good, you need something more to add it. So we go back and then take more other addictive substance like alcohol. And then it is a cycle now. Every time the effect of the alcohol is gone, then you need more, and it's depleting more and more because you're living off of a lot of it, then depleting more and more. So you're going to go back and ask for more. But just very naturally, with regular meditation, this tremendous amount of dopamine is produced because there's more and more. Of course, first we brought the body back to the normal, so blood circulation normal, and then meditation. So as you are now increasing only the positivity, so there is normal blood circulation happening. So this normal good amount of dopamine is getting produced. So the treatment for addiction, then, which they've also done experimentations, you can explore a lot of the scientific concepts from eocinstitute.org, Exploration of Consciousness Institute. Exploration of Consciousness Institute, eocinstitute.org. Anybody wanting to understand various causes of the conditions in the body, and then how meditation, what chemicals coming into play, what neuropeptides coming into play, and then how this whole thing is coming together can be is nicely explained. Whoa, that is written is, very, very grateful to them. They are listed by the disease, listed by the cause, all of that. Because of these feel good factors, when we meditate, the need for addictive substances becomes less and less, because at the end of the day, all we need to feel is that no matter what the day's issues have been, the issues may be there, the people may still exist that way, what they have been, constantly accusing, constantly irritating, constantly, I guess, authoritatively putting us, trying to put us down, right? Or we ourselves, and all of whatever I said, all three, we ourselves do to ourselves. Constantly we accuse ourselves and be harsh on ourselves. That self pity goes on, and as a result, any of those putting the body into stressful mode, and so less and less of these chemicals that is drained up, all these neuropeptides, and as they drain up, so then we don't feel good. Then we feel, that's how some of these other resulting stuff comes, the frustrations and anxieties. They're all cycle, especially anxiety. The moment you don't have enough quit, you can't feel good, then you start now becoming anxious. So just with regular meditation, more blood circulation, more natural body working, so adequate supply of the feel good chemicals, dopamine and serotonin are working, and as a result, we're able to come out. In the research studies they've done in 8 weeks with the jailmates, where the one set of people they're given the medication, which is predominantly basically through steroids of some sort, they're actually producing that chemical, and meditation, medication and meditation. And they found that 50% more were able to heal, able to get over this addiction with meditation. And what? With zero side effect. Zero side effect of taking drugs. Similarly, it is the same concept for pain. The pain that is there, we covered this in the newsletter, right? A lot of it is mind over matter pain. Yes, I know last time I turned, bent to the left, and then so it pained it deep. So anytime, even just going a little bit to the right side, bending, automatically the thought is triggered because the memory was so deeply there. The thought is triggered, and then so it is going in and then producing that chemical for us to feel the pain. See, at the end of the day, it's all about feeling, isn't it? How is the numbness when we take injections? Then they are suppressing that thing, right? So we feel it. So there is something called endorphins that are coming together and then working, and then they're supposed to be an order of magnitude powerful. The endorphins, which are like another feel-good chemicals, are automatically powerful to to make us feel less pain. So it increases the tolerance for pain because we feel, one, the endorphins get produced, and so which are much more powerful than any medication that you may take, and as a result, the pain tolerance becomes quite high physically. Number two, because then in meditation we are reducing our unwanted thought, that anxious, worrisome thought, and as a result, first of all, because we all know, right, when before pain comes, then we start thinking so much about it, so automatically we are causing the pain there. So we first eliminate all of that anxiety or thought related pain before the actual pain happens. So that is one core reason why the thoughts come down, pain reduces. Endorphins are produced significantly, pain reduces. Concept of inflammation causes pain in sometimes, and then that inflammation also is coming down significantly because this, what they say, this cortisol that is there significantly in our bloodstream when we are stressful causes more inflammation. And so the cortisol is anyway coming down because we're not there stresses. So less and less of this cortisol in the bloodstream, and so less and less inflammation. When body detects that there is a challenge in any specific area, then it starts working more in that area. At a high level, that's what we talk about as inflammation. that immunity system there has to pump more, do more work in that area because it's sort of trying to fence off that area and then work more the moment it detects there is a bacteria on it or any kind of intrusions in a given area, then it needs to work more in that area. So what we normally say there's inflammation. So then it needs to work more, it tries to fence it off, and then there is swelling, redness, because there's more, it is trying to work more, so there's more circulation of blood, so some of these veins sort of expand a little bit. Dilation, it's called dilation a little bit. And so there is a swelling, redness, and there is naturally there is some pain that is now accumulated. So this inflammation is directly proportional to also the stress chemical cortisol, which is again we're pulling it off. So inflammation lesser, so in some sometimes where the pain caused by the inflammation also becomes lesser. So these are some of the reasons of why meditators, while they may not solve the original condition is causing us pain, but they increase tolerance to the pain. Everything is happening around these feel good chemicals, which are naturally being produced in the body sufficiently and abundantly to handle various conditions just by letting it function naturally. And then, of course, when we have more positive, miraculous thinking and feeling, most certainly, then it is pumping more and more these feel good chemicals into it that are required. It is also upregulating several genes. I was trying to read up some study around how the inflammation itself can come down, and apparently inflammation also comes down due to certain upregulation or downregulation of some genes, which is generally is what is treated by the medical field with a specific medication. Meditation is not only healing disease, but of course is helping us live with them by reducing the pain, and then helping us. This is physical diseases, and then mental diseases, which of course are those addictions or cravings, naturally are getting reduced. We should have many cases of people who reduce their addictions. Definitely, one of the greatest way to reduce addictions of drugs and alcohol, it's all everything has to be in moderation, right?